We got some goodies from Walmart we're loading up, and we're getting in the Z. We're heading over to the garage. We'll get back working on the car. Video's kind of filmed out of order, so it's just a bunch of clips kind of put together, some small miscellaneous projects we've been doing over the past week because we're still waiting on the heads to come back from AI. So we're at an all stop, but we're just trying to do the little things in between that. So just keeping you posted with some new videos. All right, don't mind the annoying beep. We're just getting the tune file pulled off his car so we could send that over to RPM and have us give us a base map for when we start it up. It's almost done loading. So we just had pulled up a couple tables just to get an idea of like the tune that was on it. He did mention the idle was like super low. And it's only set at, once it's up to temp, 750. So on a cam car, that's kind of low. The spark map, we've got, I don't think this is gonna come out on the camera, but pretty much 25 degrees of timing. Up top during wide open throttle. They do pull back to 21.5 at the 4800, 5200 mark, which is where they kind of tend to knock a little bit. So it's a little bit of a spicy tune. But yeah, anyway, so RPM has his current file now. They're gonna make some changes to it, send us back a base map. We'll do a bunch of data logs with the scanner out on the road and send him back data, and then they'll send us back a updated tune file and get it dialed in that way. And then obviously we'll want to put the car on the dyno and get the wide open throttle stuff dialed in, as well as some of the load tuning. And yeah, RPM's doing all that stuff remotely, which is pretty sweet. I mean, I tuned my own T6Z, but it's a little bit of a different story when you're messing with something that's your own car, and if something goes wrong, then you know that's on me. But I don't want to mess around with tuning somebody else's car at this stage, and then if something goes wrong, I just feel responsible if something happened to the engine. And I mean, these are pretty pricey engines to get a new LS7, so that's the route we're going. The RPM guys sent us the whole package, the B3 cam, the heads and everything, so I feel like there's no better person to have tune it than RPM, and I think it's going to come out awesome, so I'm pretty excited. So one thing we're gonna correct is when we pulled the radiator assembly out, this plug was all melted, and the repair they did, they just butt connected the two wires up into the harness here. You can see this where the pin is all melted. So we went on Amazon, and I think for, I don't know, 10, 15 bucks, we got a weatherproof connector here with all the pins and everything, and this will basically give it like an OEM fix. All right, finished up the wire connector. I don't know if you can see it down there, but it all went together pretty much like factory. And then here's the two plug parts. Get a waterproof boot that clips in there. You get these little rubber grommets that go in around the wire, and then they lock in with the cap. So really nice little kit. And then the pins are rated for 10 to 12 gauge wire, so it should handle the current for running the fans. And we're gonna test fit the MSD with the air intake so we get the proper coupler. I guess you could just lay it on top of the valley cover there and kind of eyeball the, I don't know how far back it sits or anything. I think that's pretty close to where it would be.
Yeah, it's about as far back.
Oh, do you want to pull this, you got one of the vacuum lines under there.
I think that right there.
And you said the intake is, you got to go from a 5 to a 4.5 or something?
Yeah, I'm gonna measure this too.
To see how long you need the coupler?
So about 4 inches.
4-inch coupler?
That'll cover to right here.
Yeah.
So I know this is 4 1/4. So this is kind of oblong right here. So about 5 by like 3.5.
Yeah. So I guess if you stretch it out.
2 to 5 inch.
Yeah.
So 4 1/4 and 5. Let me write this down so I don't forget.
And over here we got the AEM wideband with the little gauge pod mount. Just dremeled this out to fit properly. Same setup I have in my car. And then here's the sensor wiring harness. And here's the old connector. See in there that pin, it was the negative pin, is all melted out. I guess it's a common C6 thing. These plugs fail quite often and the fan won't work. You'll see the car overheating. This one definitely got hot and melted. Probably gassy out.
Making me jealous.